My area of expertise is in post-prandial hypotension or falls in blood pressure after meals, and that's something that's very common in people with diabetes. About 30 to 40% of people with diabetes have falls in blood pressure after meals, but in older people over the age of 65, just healthy older people, about 30% have a substantial drop in blood pressure after meals, and that is even greater in older people that are in hospital, and then again in residential care. About 40 to 50% of these people have substantial drops in blood pressure. A lot of people recognise high blood pressure as an issue, and low blood pressure isn't as widely recognised, although it's very prevalent, particularly after meals. A lot of people think of postural hypotension, when you get up out of bed in the morning, you suddenly feel dizzy, and a lot of people don't know that after eating a meal, there's a shift in blood from the systemic circulation into the gut, and in older people in particular, they're unable to compensate for this, and they can feel dizzy, they can faint, which potentially leads to a fall, and that's a really bad thing to have in an older person, particularly if they're frail. So it's a very common problem. Postprandial hypertension is likely to represent a continuum because younger people have some fall in blood pressure, but it's not a substantial fall in blood pressure. So it's likely to be a continuum. So with increasing age, you get an increasing fall in blood pressure, but it hasn't been well studied. So I guess the most common one is sort of feeling lightheaded, dizzy, feeling disoriented after you've had your breakfast. It occurs most commonly in the morning, interestingly enough, so usually after breakfast. People tend to have a higher carbohydrate breakfast as well. They might have a cereal or something like that. So really just feeling faint, feeling as though you might fall over are the most common symptoms. In more extreme cases, you can get angina or stroke, and it can lead to death.